Nothing yet. I don't know what I'm going to work on while I'm live. I guess I'll set up this guy. We'll see what happens. Oops.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Oh, just pick on some locks, I guess. Oh, 2 people. Hey. I just jumped on. I'm going to pick a push lock. There we go. And I need... There we go. So it's kind of fun with the push lock. If you're interested in, you actually have to push the core inward to pull the whole thing out, because the core and the shackle is a part of it. Future is yours. Hey, Charles Watt, Creepy Doll After Dark. What's up, C-Stu-Doo? How you doing? Let's see if I can get this guy. I think it's only like 3 pins. There, look at that. I already got it. So this one's pretty cool. This is just a U.S. Navy, I guess, electric from a Corbin cabinet push lock. So if you look at the shackle here, it's got a little nub which sits inside this part, and you have to push the core inward. So that's what you got to do. You got to use that screwdriver. Pixel by Pixel, how you doing? I'm trying to read the comments while doing this. It is pretty cool. Like, I got a couple of them actually. A couple push locks. They're pretty fun. They got little hands after me. So what I do to actually pick it is I use my vise to like put a screwdriver right there to kind of pry outward. Bread dough or nice one. So this one, yeah. So you take your flathead screwdriver and you kind of, I like to do it this way. You twist it and see what you can get. There's a click, 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 and it's open. These ones are actually pretty easy because they're only like 3 pinners. So Stu, what have you been working on? Let's see if I can, I don't know, this guy. Let's see if I can do this guy. Later. Let's see if I can do this guy real quick. Same thing, I'm just going to use a screwdriver to kind of put pressure on it. And you can see when I twist the screwdriver, it moves the whole body. So let's see. Actually, I'm going to use a bigger, this one. This one has a pretty good open keyway. So I'm just going to use like a deep hook if I can find it. This guy. No, not that guy. Not that guy. Where's my deep hook at? There you are. You're trying to pick a Ruko 500. And that's going to be a fun one. I don't have any of those. You know, I have a solid collection of locks, and I don't have any Ruko 500 yet, or any DOMs. I usually get mine, all my stuff on eBay, and I keep an eye out for those. You know, I've been wanting to try a Ruco. Got some heavy clicking. You raped the Ruco when it opened? Dang, that's pretty good. Let's see. Hey, Nola, how you doing? Just popping on here, seeing what I can do for fun. Let's see. Oh, Chevy. Dumb dimples. I'm swimming in Gemini locks or German locks at the moment. Nice one. Man, I can't see me. Okay, hold on. Let me set it back up. There we go. Oh, there's a click. 3. This one's usually hit and miss with me. Hey, a lot of good people on here tonight. What's going on? Everybody's awake, huh? It's midnight for me. You're getting close to it. Okay. 2. That's some solid clicking on this one. I got anything going on here? Come on. There's just actually 4 pins in it, I think. Wow, 3 p.m. for you, Chevy, huh? And hot. Yeah, I felt the core move on that one. I just barely touched something. So I think this one is a 4-pinner. What did I miss? Yeah, so I'm just playing with a push lock. No, I just started. I got this little guy open. And now I'm playing with this guy. And I'm using, right here, I'm using these 2 points to kind of push the whole body forward. Which should give me the tension and give me what I need to do. Let's try this again. There's a click. Well, I keep feeling like something. Let's try it again here. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. I'm feeling 4 pin sets, I think. That little guy only had 3. Okay, this guy's binding. If I can get to him. Now I'm not feeling nothing on it. It's a little different. WTF lockpicking, man. How you doing? Right there. There we go. The other part is kind of like trying to do this comfortably without hurting your hand. Okay, that was a good click. Nothing there. Nothing on 2, 3. See, I click that. I get a good click on 4. And then nothing else after that. Looking for anything that's binding now. That looked okay. That was a good one. Come on. Oh. Picking's going slow today. Trying to do push lock, and there we go. We got a better position here. Let's see what we can do. There we go. Oh, that's not bad. And yeah, doing good. I'm just kind of messing around. This is like my 3rd live video. If you guys have any questions or a lock that you want to see, I might have it. I have a pretty good collection. I don't have any Rucos or Doms. Pretty good. It's a little awkward. You just gotta. See that? I think I overset it. It's kind of neat because if you overset something, it actually just pushes this whole body right back into position. So it's a good sign that you just did something wrong. Okay, so that was a good. That was a good click. That was a good click. That might have been a good one. All right, what am I missing? Oh, that was an overclick on that one. That thing, entire generation. It's good possibility. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. What is that? Run DMS? That's a good possibility. Yeah, these guys, good chance it was never picked while in use. And now it just sits here in the shed. Waiting to get picked. Oh. I don't think it's open. Ruin its streak. That's right. Hopefully I can show you guys it opened. Let's turn it over. Oh yeah, hit that like button. Don't forget about that fun stuff. I do admit, so I watch a lot of Lady Locks lives, and I'm always happy someone's there to remind me to hit that like button, because I do forget on lives. Or I'll try to hit that like button before like I even start making comments or something. You know, I'm getting a lot of feedback. There we go. Now that my hand that's holding the screwdriver is getting tired, I probably almost got it. I think it's on. No. That sounded affirmative. You heard the clicking, huh? The turner is the screwdriver. So these ones, it's called a push key. You actually don't turn the core to the left or the right to open it. It actually pushes inward into the body, which pushes the shackle outward, because the core and the shackle is actually all one piece, if I remember right. I remember seeing a diagram of one. So instead of the normal, left and right turn of the core, you're trying to push inward. But I'm doing kind of the opposite way of I'm actually pushing the body away from the shackle, which in turn kind of copies what the key does. Yeah. And almost. Let me try again. And I just keep resetting it, because after a little while it just feels like nothing's setting. Probably means you overset something. And what's really neat about this one, I think, down there I can see the top, the first pin. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's pretty far down in there. It's serrated, I believe. So I'm getting a lot of feedback, a lot of different clicks because of that. Because serrated pins will grab the edges. Or I'm just making that up in my head, and I'm making it harder for myself, thinking that I have to like find these serrated pins. That is one thing locks can do. It can kind of be a mind game too. Like if you think there's security pins in it, chances are you're gonna try to feel for security pins, and you're gonna go, oh, okay, that was a click. Let me wait for another click. Or a standard pin, you could just go right for it. 1 click, 2 click, 3 click, 4 click. I'm not getting nothing anymore. Let me try right there. Might just be how my screwdriver is positioned. I'll see the core. I might help you out over set. If you place it lower, so we can't see the core. Oh, you mean like, yeah. Let me give that a try, I guess, yeah. So I'm going to put some good pressure on here and let's see if I can got anything going on now. So while I'm doing this, what's everybody working on these days? Any fun locks anybody having trouble with? Oh, see that one. Okay, you might be on something here, DM. I just got a good set. I think it's on number 4 right there. Looks like I got something going on. That was a good click. There she goes. Look at that. There we go. All right. So there you can see, you can see how the core just stays lined up with that shackle right there. Mul-T-Lock Interactive Serrated is my next project. All right. Stuck a pick in for a few minutes earlier, but have sat down immediately with it yet. There we go. So what these push locks do is you can see how it actually pushed itself out of the body. And the core, all of this, the shack and the body is all one piece. So that's why you have to pressure the body instead of try to, turn that core real quick. So that's a fun one. You're saying Mul-T-Lock Interactive, huh? Well, let's take a look at one. I happen to have one. Actually, I happen to have a bunch of them. So here's a fun Mul-T-Lock Interactive. You see it's the pin and pin. And we can try to pick it open real quick. Either this is going to go good or I'm going to embarrass myself. We'll try it. And I'm going to use... Let's see. I just got the multi-pick set of dimple picks, and I haven't really played with them too much. Oh, I gotta. There we go. I got a little master wafer in there. I'll put that in the jar. There we go. We can give this guy a try. I think I'm going to use... Yeah, I'll try number 1 out of the series here. So number 1 out of the series has a nice little flag with a little bit of a lift on it. So we're going to give her a shot. The tension tools that this kit came with are these guys. Let's... No. Oop. Let's see. I guess kind of like that. Is that my way, or is that all right? Okay, it's not too bad. I don't really like that. I don't like that at all. Nope, don't like that. Zergot. No, I don't really like that. Hey, Deputy Dan. I'm just kind of messing around. Greg there was mentioning multi-lock, so I'm grabbing one of my multi-locks real quick and seeing if I can get it open. But I'm not liking those tension tools I'm using. Let's switch to what I usually used. I usually use these guys, which came from the Sparrows kit. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I like that. So that's kind of what I like. So I like doing it that way, so it opens it all up right there. So I got all that space right there. And let's give her a try. The old college best. I don't know if I like that pick either. I guess it's just because I'm used to using the like the Sparrows picks. I like their dimple flags. A lot of people have hate on them, but that was my bread and butter for the longest time until I got these ones. And you know, of course I've modified them a little bit to like better fit my needs. Or these multi-pick Elite set I haven't done anything with. Like, I'm not feeling any type of I don't feel any type of feedback with this one. Yeah, Dan, Deputy Dan, you need to get into this. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of different locks to play with. Yeah, see, that's an overset. And everybody starts at the beginning. A lot of us started with the master lock number 3. And the only thing that you'll figure out about this is you'll learn how horrible lock systems are around your house. Like after you learn that you can easily pick locks, or you're like, oh yeah, I can pick this master lock number 3. Like, oh, but that's what's locking up my shed. All right, I don't like this. I don't like these. I'm gonna switch back to my Sparrows. And I like to use, where's he at? Yeah, there you go. This guy. So this is the, oh my God. Got something gummy on it. Huh. So this is the Sparrows black flag, I think is what they called. Oh, it's melted. That's what I see. Huh. Interesting. And I kind of modified the tip on this one. I kind of gave it a point, polished it, gave it a nice shovel tip, so it goes underneath the pins a lot easier for myself, at least. So now I can actually get underneath these pins. Man, it's so weird trying to do it on camera like this. Trying to do it live. I'm gonna switch this guy over because I'm gonna use him as a guide. There we go. Someone knows what they're doing. Nothing is too hard to get into. That's kind of true. You know, if you know what you're doing, yeah, it's there's a lot. It opens up a lot of doors, literally. But of course, you know, we don't do that. We don't do this for thievery. We actually do this for puzzles. Let's see. The other part is just trying to find the right pick that'll do it for you. Sometimes it's this one, sometimes it's a different one. Yeah, addictive, this is understatement. That's kind of true. You know, we like, so you can buy the locks, you're buying picks, and then you're buying more locks, you're buying more picks, you know. But it's, in the end, it's just a fun thing to do. Let's try this guy. So when I'm dealing with multi-pick interactives, I do tend to switch back and forth on picks quite often. You know, if I don't like how that one's feeling. But I'm not getting anything that feels like I'm getting anywhere on it. That is true. There are those desperate people out there. But we all know too, if you're trying to get into a secured area, a lock's not going to stop you. Most people, they go for the windows or they just break the door down. You hardly really hear anything about, you know, a thief breaking into a house by picking the lock. Because it is, depending on the lock, it could be a lot of time being used, which means more time that they can get caught. Oop, that sucks. I just I twitched and now my pick is stuck in there. Let's see. Get her back out of there. There we go. There we go. Let me try this guy. This is actually from Southward. Let me try Southward dimple pick. You know. Are there any tumblers in the center on the milled slot? Yes. I'm not sure what that question is. Are you asking about the pins? Like here? Well, they definitely let those types of people in the community. Very true. We don't really let those guys in. We're pretty good at eyeballing who's trying to do nefarious things with our skills. That's why we have a lot of rules in place to help kind of block those people out of our way, or block them, you know. Like a lot of times we'll get people to be like, hey, how do I pick this door? How do I pick this lock? And it's a, you know, it's a lock attached to a door, attached to a house. And we kind of tend to go, oh, that's nothing we're going to help you with. Even though a lot of us on here can probably help them easily. Keybeard in the shed. So I can just buy picks. Nope, you don't need to be a locksmith assertive or anything affiliated with locksmith to buy picks. You can get them off of Amazon. There's great companies that you can get different picks from. One that I was just mentioning is Sparrows, which was the dimple set I'm using right now. Well, actually, this one is Southward. I don't even know if the in Southward. But you can get picks anywhere. There's no laws against it. I will say I think some states have laws about carrying them. If you're not a locksmith, you're not allowed to carry them around. But I think anywhere in the United States, don't quote me on that one. Anywhere in the United States, you can own picks. Plus, they're really easy to make. You just get yourself a piece of wire and, you know, put it the shape that you need and anything that'll fit down a core. As a matter of fact, Dan, if you contact or if you go to the website Southern Specialties, which is lockpicks.com or something, if you just Google Southern Specialties, they have really good stuff. Bando, what's up, man? They got really good stuff, and they have a deal going on, 10% off if you use the code PICKME. I mentioned it in my last video when I was talking about my 300 or my 250 sub giveaway. They actually gave me a bunch of cool stuff. What is that? A lot of cool stuff to give away for that. So I got some cool prize boxes going on right now. You can get a lot of help from people on Discord. There it is, yeah. Thanks, Nola. I'm getting nowhere with this guy. It's a hit and miss with me on multi-locks. Like sometimes I can get them. There's like this guy, I'm not even getting any type of feedback on it. Let me try, I don't know. Let me grab a different one. Let me try if I can grab a different guy real quick and see if I can get some better feedback on it. Yeah. Discord. Yeah, you can. Yep, there's a lot of us on Discord, and we're always happy to answer questions. Let me try that one again. Where's my fun one? There you are. Oh, Jay Sharp, you have a YouTube channel? We need to check you out then. Oh, the vice. You can also get vices at the different lockpick shops. I know there's a guy in our community. His name escaped me, but he actually makes vices for people as well. This one I actually found at a junk teak shop, and it is a pan of vice. I had no idea this was like the go-to vice for lockpicking, but it's a jeweler's vice, I want to say, and it's seen some suction it to the table, but it's never worked. But it gets the job done for me. But I think you can still get these places, these little pan of vices. You can make. I've seen people make vices using like vice grips and stuff. Vice grip a vice grip to your table. Let's see. There we go. Back to picking. Yeah, J Sharp, that's a good idea. Subscribe to a lot of us. We always like subscribers, and a lot of us, we produce good videos on picking. Especially if you subscribe to a lot of different lock pickers, you'll get a variety of different picking types, different techniques. For example, C Stu Do, he does a lot of handcuff stuff. Nola, I think you do a lot of single pin picking just like I do. A lot of us will do raking as our go-to method. We also make like challenge locks. You know, we're just a lot of fun. And it's one of the friendliest communities you can ever get yourself into. And I'm not going to get this guy open, I don't think. Not with that attitude, right? Cool. I got 105 people watching me right now. That's pretty cool. Is that when do you consider yourself an influencer at like 300, right? No. Okay, I'm not feeling. Oh, maybe that guy right there. Yeah, happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. I'm gonna change. I really should be trying it with my new multi-pick set. You know, that's actually a pretty expensive set, and I just let it sit over there. You know, it looks pretty over there. So this multi-lock has pin and pin, so you're trying to pick the outer pins first and then the inner pins. And I'm not really feeling anything on this. Let's see if I switch it over here. Yeah. I'm a shorter guy. What if I go this way with it? That was a good click. Let's see. Use the 5 and 7. Okay. Let me try the 5 and 7. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go for the 7. Yeah, I'm going to try the 7 first and see what I can do. Okay. So do you have the multi-pick set there, Greg? What do you think about it? Let me try this way. Oops, not even getting a good tension on it. There we go. Let me try that. Okay, I think I'm starting to feel a little bit better feedback on it. Okay, let me try the 5. This is the 5, which has a little bit of a bigger flag on it. I overset some other stuff. No, I make all my dibble picks, but file into the multiple picks. That's right, you do, don't you? I remember that. You make your own. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna get some different feedback. I'm cheap. I don't know. Not cheap. I mean, making your own picks is something that's really cool to do. I haven't really gotten my hands too dirty on making picks yet. The very first pick that I ever had, I made, but that was it was just a stupid staple and a X-Acto blade handle. But I got a master lock open with it, so, and that's how I started my journey. Plus, you get to design your own handles. Oh, man, killing my hand. Well, I'm not getting anywhere. I know what's inside of this because I kind of did it before. I'll show you what's inside of this thing before I go. So we're going to gut it for fun. I did not get it open, guys. Next time. There we go. But I'll be happy to show you what's inside of it for like J Sharp. This is not a lock when you start. Dang it! I need this one. This is not one of those locks that you start off with. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I haven't even opened this one yet. That's why it's being such a pain in my butt. Or gutting wise. Come on. Oh man, I'm just gonna strip that screw, ain't I? What about this guy? Can I get this guy open? Have I opened up this one yet? There we go. Yeah, I bought a bunch of these in like a pack of like 10. And screws are so on there. Yeah, I'll have to make the redemption video. Where are the keys at? Is this it? Nope, not that one. This one. There we go. I'll have to make a redemption video on it. But I'm going to show you what's inside of it, because these things, they are pretty cool. And if I remember right, these have some, what do you call it? Some master wafers in it. So there we go. Yep, the master wafers are right there. Okay. So if you notice this little guy, that's a master wafer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to set him right there. Oop. And we'll just pull these out. Oops. Yeah, he even had a master inner pin. Master inner pin. That's what's kind of driving me nuts. So it's got that. What else you got in there? Uh-oh. What was that? Oh, that's right. Oh, no. That was 3. I know what you are. You need to go over here for a minute. All right. Block all those guys. Pump that guy down. There we go. Is that the other one? So what's falling out right now are the side, where do they go? These guys. They're side pins for, what do you call it? Not key retaining. It's called, it's something. It'll come to me. It's so this key only works for this lock. Greg, help me out here. What word am I trying to think of? Or Chevy. I'm not really sure which what name you. Key control. Yes, thank you. Not sure which name you actually prefer by. I don't know if you prefer Chevy or Greg. Key control. Yes. It's so you can't just grab any multi-lock blank, get it cut real quick, because I'll show you here in a second. Let me get the last guy out. There we go. And that's kind of neat. You actually have to push down on that detent to get him to come out. There we go. Or not detent, the interactive part. So right here on the side of the key, those pins sit inside of it like so. Oops, there we go. They will sit like that inside this core right here. I'm making a mess. Inside this core right here. And so they are in a certain position. So this key only works for this lock. So even if you had it cut correctly, if these aren't also cut correctly, I just totally dropped something. There it is. There it is. So even if you have the key cut correctly on these, you have to have this cut correctly. You have to have these two cut correctly in order for it to stay in there. Because if it's not cut correctly and like it's let's say this is not sitting in a hole, it's sitting over here, it actually pushes this into the core, which then you still can't turn that core. All right, so here we go. This is a good one. So this is a good example of pin and pin plus master wafering. Let's see. There we go. I don't know if it'll focus. Oh, maybe. There we go. So you can see these are the pin and pins. Like, so this is your outer pin, your inner pin, and then you have, like on these ones here, you have some master wafers. So those actually controlled by two different keys. That's what master wafers are. And you'll see some more coming out at the bottom here, or at the top of the Bible, starting with pin 1. We got a nice serrated top pin. Some nice big springs. Oop, and I just lost. See, there we go. Look at that little guy. See that little guy right there? He just fell out. Now I got to figure out where he goes. I'm guessing he goes in between these right here as part of the master wafering. But honestly, if I don't have to put them back in, I won't. And we got another spring here. That's what I love the multi-locks. They have gigantic springs. Here we go. Let's go to 3. Spring. Okay. We'll go here to... See, there we go. This one's got a master wafer on it. I just lost down the hole of my follower. Oh, no, there it is. There we go. Grab this guy again. Where you go? I just saw it. Is there another one right there? Oh! There we go. There's all the pins. And there it is. Oops, it actually belongs over here. So there this one is. So heavy duty springs. Some nice serrated top pins, which I believe this is what, brown belt stuff. I really don't follow the belts too well. I think the brown belt, they wanted 5 pins with serrated top pins. Well, 10 pins with serrated top pins. And if you notice on the top pins, they are spring-loaded pin and pins, which they don't actually pop out like the bottom ones where they just fell right on out. They're just floating. So like if I grab this guy and slide them in, that's what you're picking. You're picking that shear line to that shear line. Yeah, brown, same one I'm working on. All right. Yeah. There we go. From there on, but that's what the inside of a multi-lock looks like. Multi-lock interactive. Are you working on a mortise multi-lock, or are you working on like a padlock there, Greg? You know what? Let's see how much fun this is to put it together. There we go. All right. A lot of times you don't see people putting locks back together in the videos because we just take them apart to show you, yep, this is what was in it, and the end. So since this is alive, let's put it back together. So you got to put your spring back in, and you got to put it back in the right hole. And I'm starting in chamber 3. I always start at chamber 3 and then go 2, 1, and then I go back to the back. All right, we'll slide him in, and then you slide him in. It's kind of hard to see. And then I'm actually holding him in with my follower by pushing up against it, and then I'm going to push him down, and now he's underneath my follower. Kind of hard to see. And then you go on to chamber 2. Get the spring in there. Make sure you're using the right way. Like so. So I'm holding him in there by putting pressure on the follower, pushing this way. And now I'm going to push him in. And now he's in place where he needs to be. We can do the same thing for 1. Spring is in. Grab this guy. And then you just kind of slide him into the hole. And then push that follower up against it so it sits there so it doesn't spring back out. Push him down. And there it is. Blue key also. That's awesome. Yeah, I have a couple mortise locks. I have a couple of padlocks, multi-lock padlocks that are a lot of fun. I think all I have are multi-lock interactives. I don't think I have like the junior or the classics or anything like that. I think all mine are just interactives. Okay, we're starting the back now. We're on number 4. So I guess it's hard for me to say this, but yes, I've picked these open before. I know you didn't see me pick one open today. And I started mine with learning how to pick on a multi-lock interactive because I honestly didn't know there was more than that when I first started learning dimple picks and multi-locks. I thought a multi-lock was just a multi-lock, and it was just an interactive. Okay, so this one, I need to get that wafer back on there. So this is where the fun part shows up. So if you notice, it does have a little bit of a curve to it. So I needed to put it on there to follow the same curve as the pin itself, because it sits right there on top of, like, here's the middle, here's the center pin, and it's actually sitting right there on top of it. And I just sprung it out. Oh no. Oh, but I found the wafer though. That's good. Oh, and then there's the actual pin. There we go. That's the dangers of repinning things up, is losing all your stuff. I tell you, this would have been a whole lot easier if I learned it off of like a classic or something. Oop. Use my finger now. There we go. Get him back in there. There we go. All right, wafer and stuff is all back in there. Push it all down. In to go. The only one I didn't put back in is that tiny little guy because he's going to be a pain in the butt, but I think I don't need him as long as the key still fits. As long as the key shear line is good, then I'm good. So I know it's hard to explain. So what we mean by interactive is that pin. Let's see if I can show you with the light. So on chamber 2, there's an interactive part. You can see it on the key. And you can see on the key where you can actually push this up and down. That's what they mean by interactive for the multi-picks or multi-locks. And in this core, where's a pick? In this core, there is a small little nipple right there, and that's what pushes up on the key. And it's also spring-loaded right there. It's also spring-loaded, so you're fighting that too. So when you're trying to get your pick in there, and you try to get your pick in there, you got to get over that little nipple while fighting that pin. So that's what kind of makes this one a difficult one. And here, we'll put this in there, and let's see if we can pin them up correctly. So we'll put that in there like that. So I don't think I need that little guy back in there because everything looks like it's nice back to the shear line. So we're good there, I think. So let's try 2. Again, nice on the shear line. That looks pretty good. See how this one, see how this one is not at the shear line when I drop that one in? Then you take this little wafer pin and set him on top, and now he's at the shear line. And there's your, oh, maybe he belongs right there because that is not at the shear line. So I'm going to grab him, put him in there. There it is. Glad I didn't try to put him back on the top or else my key wouldn't have worked. All right, we'll go to him. And there we go. Last but not least, this guy's going to have 2 different, like that and like that, like that. There we go. So that looks, yeah, it is pretty crazy. Not all locks are like this one. This one is one of the more complicated ones when it comes to picking. When you first start off picking J sharp, when you first start off picking, it's good to start with your standard pinning picks, your standard pins like the master locks. American locks are good ones after you get the master locks done. And now I need to get him put back together. And, yes. I got to remember to put those guys back in. So I'm going to spin him around. I'm going to put a good finger on top of all those. Now I got to put those 2 side pins back on. So I have 5 options of where they go. But if you look at the key, it's kind of hard to see in this light. That spot and that spot has a little divot drilled up in the key. So that's where these need to go. See how they sit below the shear line? That's what you want. If you don't have that, let's say you put it here, where there's not a divot drilled out, it's above the shear line. So if you have that and you try to put the key in, it's not going to turn because now that's in your way. So let's put them in the right spot, which is this spot right here. There we go. Okay, make sure everything is looking good. Now the nervous part is this. We're going to start it like right there. So when I'm going to slide them back in, I want to kind of avoid this little notch. I want to make sure, I never try to slide it in exactly where the pins match up like that because there's a good chance, for me, I feel like there's a good chance it'll like brush stuff away. So we're going to go like that. So there's pins here And I'm going to go here. And I'm going to hold pressure on my follower. And in we go. Keep on going. Keep on going. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're in. And it still turns. So that means we did it right. I'm going to pull the key out by holding onto the core, because if you just pull that key out, it's going to take everything with it. There we go. Now we can put him back together like so. It's important to keep this on there because that's what kind of keeps that core in there when you have the key in there. Thank you there, Greg. There we go, and we're back up and going again. Nice. So anyway, what I was talking about, so Jay, yeah, so that's one of the complicated pinning stuff. An easy one would be, oh, let's say this guy right here. This is just a Schlage Kik. These go in like your house doors and stuff like that. This one works, I think. There we go. And this one just has standard pins in it, which I should be able to just do a quick pick on it real quick. Maybe if it's camera, if it's not, maybe it's camera shy or something. Make sure that's in there tight. Good. Give me a 5/1000. Yeah. There we go. And yeah, this guy. No, he's too heavy. Yeah, he's too heavy. Give me the forest diamond. I like the forest diamonds. There we go. Let's see what we got on this guy. So, just like normal, we're going to apply some tension. Not a whole lot. And you're just feeling for binders. I actually have no idea what's in this one, but I'm pretty sure it's just standard stuff. Matter of fact, I'm going to use a heavier tension, or heavier DeForest diamond. It's not a DeForest diamond. Where's my DeForest diamond? There we go. I'm going to use a heavier one because it'll fit. Little pressure. Now you're just feeling for anything binding. Okay, that was a bind. And then you're just going back. There was a bind. You know, look for anything that's not moving freely. There we go. Yeah, we got something here. So standard pins, you're just looking for one good click out of each stack. Man. Let's go backwards. I don't really go backwards too much. And I try raking it a little bit. Or do a little zip attack. That kind of stiff. Even a thinner guy. Huh? Let me try this way. Let me try an actual rake. You know, can I get this guy to fit right here for a minute? Oh, I can. There we go. So that was a rake. I was just trying to do this quickly because I'm running out of time here. I'm trying to keep these like live videos at least by like an hour. I'll even do that again. So this is called a snake rake. And you can tell there's no security pins in this guy because I was able to do that so easily. Let's try again. Of course, I say easily, then the second time it doesn't want to do it. Oops. Yep. I'm using the wrong tension tool for it. Let me put a good one in there. I mean, really? Really? I just showed me me raking it, and now I'm trying to do it again, and it's no go, huh? Let me try the up and down. Well, I'm gonna go back to this guy. These seem to work. Oh, let me try to make that. Oh, man. Well, sometimes raking's a pain in the butt. Let me try up here. Good night, Jay Sharp. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you learned a little bit. I know I'm just kind of fumbling around tonight. Man, oh man. I get you open that one time and now you're like, nope. Well, let's go back to single pin picking, I guess. Let me get a different. There we go. Give me this guy. Yeah. And yeah. I don't know if I can do a zip attack. Nope. You're right, Mohan. I should just use the key to open it. That's usually the easiest and fastest way to get one open. Well, there we got some clicks. Can you pick, Mohan? Are you a lock picker, Mohan? Are you just showing up to learn a little something? I'm not really showing anything good, am I? Let me try this guy. I'm good at picking as my nose, huh? Hey, we all start somewhere. You know, I started off as a master nose picker and made my way up to locks. Red belt. Oh, that's cool. Red belt. I don't follow the belts too much. I understand a red belt. A red belt's actually a pretty good spot. What was the locks that you had to pick to get on the red belt there, Bash Bros? All right, I'm gonna try that raking thing one more time, then I'm gonna call it quits. I'm gonna use this guy. Yeah, give me this guy. I'm gonna try this rake. I never really actually have too much good luck with these ones. Use the hammer. We do, so that's called destructive opening. And there are times that is the option that you go for. All right, Mohan, I'm calling it. I'm going to use the key. Open. Very true. Any lock can be picked. It just depends on your skill level and right now my skill level is feeling pretty down low. Hey, you win some, you lose some. Yep. Some locks are very easy and some can take some time. Yes, very true. Key for the win, Chevy. Yep. Let's see here. It's a black belt lock. Check it out when you have. That's a black belt lock. Let's see here. What were you saying? I also have many belts for my pants. Actually, hairpins can be used, Mohan. Some of the movies are. I mean, movie picking is never true. Yeah, some of the locks are camera shy. What locks do you normally pick? I usually pick anything that I can get my hands on. Like earlier, I was just playing with a push lock. I do love American locks to pick with. Okay, maybe I'll try to go for a win here before I go. Here, I'll pick this guy. No. I think I might have picked him last time, actually. Let me grab. Yeah, there we go. I'll grab this guy. We'll grab it a 5200 and pick that real quick, and then I'm calling it in the night. These are my fun. These are like my go-to. Yeah, the Americans are fun. Exactly. See, Bash, you understand. These ones are fun. They have security pins in them, but they're just fun. And they have a great open keyway. And I'm going to use... Where's my... I always like top of the keyway on American locks. And I'm just going to use this deep hook right here that I just grabbed. Almost anything thin and stiff. Love to pick Americans. Shackle locks, like Master Americans, are easy to pick. Yep. Well, yeah, Master locks are pretty easy, but American locks, they're a little bit more than just your Master lock. So here, we'll go ahead and grab this guy real quick, and hopefully I can leave with a win. We got to click on 2. We got a couple clicks on 2. Let me see if I can get a good... There we go. Yep, click on 2. Three. Let's go back. 1. Turn over. Click on 2. Hold on. This pick is just giving me too much feedback. I want my... Let's go with this guy. There we go, 2. And let's see. More on 2. Wait, there's the one I wanted. Oh, I've gotten pretty quiet, huh? Let's see here. I try and use top of the keyway for most things. Yep. Lock? I'm not sure I've ever heard of that one. And you say it's a lever lock. Or no. Or are you saying a joke again? Mohan, I'm afraid to Google it because I don't know if you're being serious or is this going to be a bad joke, Mohan? How long have I been picking locks? I've been picking locks for 10 years, but it's really not showing it on this video today, is it? I mean, I'm even having trouble with this American lock here. Better. There we go. Did just get into a false set. Another deep false set. That's what I like about the American locks. As soon as you get these false sets, like that is a false set, right? Yeah. It just brings out all the fun. I'm going to say it's 2. Oop, overset. There it is. There we go. I can walk away a winner. American Lock 5200 U.S. military lock. What was everybody talking about right now? You're right, Urban Hillbilly, the amateur zipping technique. Sometimes, yep, that's what you got to do. Okay, so Dindigul is a city in India, and they seem to specialize in lever stuff. Interesting. Oh wow, Medicos, nice. I've done a couple Medicos. I don't have any Evas. Mul-T-Lock, very good, Bash Bro. Yeah, finally I get a winner before I gotta go. Turn his camera no more than 1 millimeter in diameter. Why didn't you use it on one of those? Thanks, Bash. I'm not sure what you mean. Anguletta? Tearing his camera no more than 1 millimeter in diameter. Why didn't you use? Yeah, winner, chicken dinner. And for fun, I guess I got some time. We can, I'll show you what's inside this one. Why not? I'm gonna show. I got this one, and then I'm gonna call it a night, guys. There's a screw right down the bottom of these. Drops the bottom out. I'm just gonna use this guy. Boom. There we go. And yeah, I guess I'll just continue using this. This seems to be working. There we go. And I have my homemade American lock follower. Yep. We got here one. Standard. What was this one giving me so much trouble then? Oh, there we go. Serrated. Oops, that was 4. Standard. And looks like it's going to be another standard. All right, let's pull out the top pins. Starting on the front. Oh, that's the back. Starting with the front. You got yourself a standard. There's a spool. I knew I felt a spool. We're getting some falsets in there. We got a third spool or a second spool. Another standard. Let's go to the 5. And we got another standard. And all the pins are the same, I believe. Or all the springs are the same. Because I haven't changed them. There we go. One more. Ah. There we go. So that's what was inside this guy. American lock with 3 spools and 1 serrated long pin. There you have it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. A lot of fun. Oh man, I almost did 2 hours. Please do a close-up on some look. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no problem, Urban. I'll do a quick close-up here. You can see if I can get to focus. There we go. Oh, maybe. Come on. There we go. Not mushrooms. These are just regular spools on 1 or on 2 and 3. We have a serrated on 4, and then everything else is just standard. Yeah. There we go. And who else said? Very true, Urban Hillbilly. Picking is a sport. No lock is the same. That is very true. Like, you can buy 2 of the same master locks. You can even have 2 master locks keyed up the same way, and they'll both pick differently. It all depends on the machine tolerances on the chamber holes. These right here. So these may look like a straight line. This is how we get our feedback. So may look like a straight line, but machines aren't 100%. So if this one might be cocked a little that way, that one might be that way, and you know, that's how you get your feedback on it. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I haven't got a Miwa yet. I know what they are. Those things look mean. Those are Miwas. Is that like a type of a wafer? I want to say, or is that a pin? I'm not really sure. I've had one in my cart on eBay for the longest time, and I need to get it because I've been eyeballing it for a long time, but the price is kind of up there, guys. Oh, might as well put them back together while we're chatting. But I haven't. I think it's a lock. The Miwas are pretty neat. I haven't experienced them yet, but I've been looking into them. I think, if I remember right, they're a type of a wafer, like a high security wafer. Or that's just what the key looks like to me. I could be 100% wrong. Go ahead and put the springs back in. It's a lock. You're not wrong. There we go. There we go. I'm going the wrong way, but that's fine. I'll start here on 4. Slide 4 down in there. Get my spools back in there. There we go. There we go, and get him back in there. So same thing like that other one. I'm not going to, especially since this is actually, I can pin up to a 6 pin, so that 6 hole is actually empty. So if I try to like slide it in like that, that first pin will drop in there and it's going to brick it. So you want to kind of avoid matching up your chamber holes and you just kind of put that to the side, slide it in, and there we go. Hopefully I just pinned it up the right way, and I did. If not, I just have to pick it open. All right, we got our C-clip on there. There we go. Let's put it back in the old lock chamber. Yep. Now then I need to, oh yeah. So this one, it's a whole lot easier if you lock it up first, I think. This one's not spring loaded, so I need it to go that way. I think, yeah, where's my screwdriver at? I don't know why I'm trying to use the tension tool. There we go. Go that way with it. There we go. So now my actuator ends will line up with each other. Like so. Like that. Put him in there. Get the key in there. Open it back up. That's a good knowing that it works. Put that back in there. Find the screw. Actually, one of my favorite things about lockpicking is just taking apart these locks. They're just so fun to look at all the mechanisms. Get that in there. There we go. Let's see. I'm unlocking my first unsheath and everything got bound up. Yeah. Familiar with the hold on. Are you familiar with the anti-cathera mechanism, Tex? I am not. I have never heard of that one before. First. Key bread. Thanks, Bash Bros. Thanks for subbing if you do. I'm not a part of Covert Instruments. I actually haven't even tried their picks yet. I am part of Locksport, I guess. I'm part of the whole community with everybody. My Lady Lock, she's a lot of fun. Parky, Pocket Woman. I shouldn't say Parky because he just passed away, so rest in peace, Parky. Got my little hands. The whole community is great. Lock Junkie, he's awesome. Got to watch. Check out him. Nola, he was just on here. Nola Southpaw. Greg Chevalier. I'm saying his name wrong. Greg Chevalier, Chevy. He's a great one to watch. There's a lot of us. And a lot of people have been on here longer than I have. You gotta grab it. There you go. A lot of people have been here in the Locksport community longer than I have, but I might have been picking a lot more or a lot longer than some of them. But I just started doing the YouTube thing earlier this year. So yeah. But thanks for sticking around, guys. I'm gonna call it good. Hour and 48 minutes. Nola, he was actually at my last one, and I didn't keep the video up on YouTube, my live video, because it just takes forever for me to upload stuff. I'm gonna try to upload this one and see how it works, and we'll go for that. All right. Thanks, everybody, and happy picking. Everybody have a great night.